Hey guys, so today I wanted to share with you how I stay organized. I thought it would be helpful. Um, Really quick, I did film this video. I'm devastated. Sorry, this makeup look. My mic cut out throughout the, like, literally at the beginning. So I don't know if I'm gonna upload it. I'm so devastated, but I really love it. I don't know. Anyway, let's get into this video. So I'm like a very organized person. It stresses me out when things aren't organized, despite this desk right now is such a mess. I have like a couple of little books, like a daily planner, and then I also have a wellness journal. And I just wanted to kind of show you like how I create my schedule and how it keeps me organized. So the first thing is I have this daily planner that I got on Amazon, and I used to actually have like a larger version of it, but this size, and I accidentally bought this size, and I actually prefer it because it's like pretty small, and it has like a really nice layout as far as like setting up your week. I hate like a daily planner that has the dates in it, because if you miss a week, you have like 2 pages essentially that are just, or I don't know, depending on how it's set up. You just like miss out on all of those. It's just wasted paper. So if you miss a week, it's totally fine. You just fill in, you know? But it obviously has like the week you can put in. You can put in like whatever your weekly focus is, weekly goals, and then it has like your major to-do list. So like your weekly to-do list, whatever like is a big thing, like I have to make a dentist appointment, like write that down or whatever. I usually have like YouTube videos, like however many YouTube videos I want to film, and I don't know if I want to like do a deep clean of the apartment, I put that kind of stuff. And then at the bottom, it has a habit tracker, which is also really nice. I usually put like going for walks, working out, doing yoga, meditating, that kind of stuff in there. And then it has like the goal amount that you want to do that each week. And then at the end of the week, you can kind of tally it up and see how much you've achieved, which is cool. So it just kind of helps you keep track of those things. And it is very helpful in that sense. And then the next page has like obviously the days. I like a checklist kind of thing. Like I like to be able to check it off rather than just like writing things in. So I draw little squares to check off. And then it's essentially like a to-do list each day. And I'll kind of like refer to the to-do list on the other side, like my week to-do list. And typically, I don't know, it's like laundry, dishes, working out, filming, editing, like those kinds of things. That's like essentially what I'll write in. But I really love this thing. It's nice and like small as well. The size is small, it's thin. It has like the good like book bind thing, spiral, whatever you want to call that. I just have this little gold paper clip that came on something. I think it was from like, if you guys have seen the Always Pan commercials, whenever I buy something from those people, they send you like a little card and it has these gold paper clips on it. That's where I got them. So I don't know, maybe you could find them on Amazon or something. Anyway, this is probably like the biggest thing as far as like work and tasks, you know, doing the cat litter, like all of those kinds of things. But I really love the way that it is set up. I think it keeps everything super organized for me. Next up, this is a wellness journal that I bought that mostly I got so that I could keep track of like how much water I'm drinking and what I'm eating and stuff like that. But what I like about it is, once again, you can fill in the date. So once again, if you miss a day, you're not like wasting a ton of paper, because that drives me so insane. But so at the top, it has like, you know, whatever your intention for the day is. Mine is usually to like focus on one thing at a fucking time. But things along those lines. You can track your sleep. So it gives you like the little moons for hours. So I'll write down like, I don't know, however I slept, like if I slept all the way through, which is very rare, if I woke up and I was awake for a really long time, and then kind of just fill in like, did I get 6 hours, 7 hours, 8 hours, whatever. I'll fill in the little moons, which I find very entertaining. I think the nice thing about this, about the sleep in general, is you can kind of look back at the day before and see like, was I drinking enough water? Like, did I do any activity? What did I eat? And it kind of helps you to keep track of all of those things, find, you know, causes or whatever. Then under activity, I usually put like working out, stretching, maybe going for a walk, whatever. And then self-care, I'll be honest, I neglect often. But I'll usually put like yoga if I do it, drinking tea, reading a book, maybe painting, something like along those lines. I love that it has like the meals. So I love like tracking my meals. I'm not like a calorie counter type person, but if I feel like I've fallen apart, fallen off, you know, and I've started like eating a lot of processed foods, then I like to keep track of like whatever I'm eating. And it's just like nice to be able to look and be like, oh, okay, like I've had, you know, I don't know, like a good amount of protein and veggies, and I've been eating a lot of fruits and vegetables. It's been like a really well-balanced day. Like if we don't have anything to cook for dinner, then I'll be like, fuck it, let's order a pizza. You know what I mean? Like I've had a healthy day. And then it also has like little water droplets. You can track how much water you're drinking, which, by the way, when I started doing that, I did not realize that I was drinking like 0 water. Like I had no idea until I started tracking it. So I think it's like kind of general, but if you Google it, it says like women need to get between, is it like 8 and 10 cups of water a day or something like that? So I have these, actually it's this thing that I use. So this is from Swell, which I love. And it's, how many things is this? This is 18 ounces, which is technically a little bit more than 2 cups, but I just count this as 2. So I just fill this up and then I'll, you know, fill in 2 of the little water droplets. And I usually end up drinking around like I would say between 8 and 10 usually when I'm tracking it. When I'm not, like if I'm having a bad day and I'm not paying attention to it, not enough at all. And then on the other side, it has like what went well today. So obviously like it's a wellness journal. Always trying to stay fucking positive here. So like, what was it? Like reflect, what went well? What did you do well? And then it has like your mood at the end of the day. And then at the bottom, it says, today I'm thankful for whatever. Once again, wellness journal. We're trying to stay positive here. And then what I like about that page is it says like thoughts and feels, whatever. I use that for just like notes, anything that's on my mind. If I'm like, I need to do this thing more, or if I have an idea for a video, I'll write that down, or like, I don't know, something creative. If I just feel like doodling, like I was just like bored and I was just kind of like drawing the other day, I just put that stuff there. And I like that. I like that they have this big section here that's no lines or anything. It's just kind of like free form, you know? So that has been very worth it. I really love that a lot. I actually just bought another one because like I'm coming to the end of this and I wanted to make sure that I had it. So once again, I don't use it every single day, but I would say most days, especially like during the week, just because it helps me keep organized. So I have those 2 things that I just kind of like go between. Then I have, this is something that I just recently started doing, and I've actually changed it since I took this little video, but I have like a little skincare schedule that I wrote on my mirror with a dry erase marker. And the reason that I did that was because if you know anything about my like what I'm using for skincare, I have 2 treatments, tretinoin and then this benzoyl peroxide and clindamycin phosphate. And they can both be very drying. Now I've gotten to the point where I'm using tretinoin 3 times a week in the evening, but with the clindamycin benzoyl peroxide, it was just kind of like all over the place. And I wasn't doing a good job of keeping track of like how often I was using it. It was just like, sometimes I would use it a lot and I would really dry out my skin. And then sometimes I would stop using it and then I would end up getting like blackheads on my nose. And that was driving me crazy. So I was like, okay, I need to just write this down so that every morning I can look and it says, I have it like designated between like morning and night and then each day. So it'll be like, I'll use my own Nextin treatment or whatever. And then like what kind of sunscreen I'm using. And then in the evening, like, am I using tretinoin or am I just hydrating? This has been very helpful so I don't have to think about it because I was just kind of like trying to memorize it before and it wasn't really working. So it's just nice to have this like on my mirror. And like I just use a dry erase marker, so it comes off really easily. And if you have a hard time like removing the dry erase, just so you know, rubbing alcohol will take it all off. So if I ever like clean my mirror, which like obviously I have to do pretty often, I will just like take a quick pic of it and then I will, you know, wash the whole thing, rubbing alcohol in that area, and then I'll just like draw it up again. It's pretty easy. You could also just like write it down on a piece of paper, but I like having it on my mirror. That's that. Super quick. I just wanted to share those little things with you because it took me like a little while to find, like I've bought a million day planners. I used to use just a to-do list, but that would get like very overwhelming because I would just end up with like a list this long and I couldn't get through it and it made me feel like shit when I couldn't get through it. I found those things, the daily planner I found on Amazon. The other thing, I'll link obviously everything down below. And then I think I just picked up some dry erase markers from Amazon that have like a magnet on them. Yeah, and that's it. And I just feel like that Like when I have those two things, they're just like, they just run my life. Like everything makes sense, you know? So if you're not like into the big ass daily planner that has like everything in it, like I'm not, maybe try these. I'm just saying. All right, guys, I hope that was helpful in some way. I love organization and things, tidiness, whatever. So if you want to see more things along those lines, or if you have any questions, let me know and I'll try to help. Yeah, and let me know if you want to see this with just a voiceover. Truly the worst day of my life. All right, guys, thanks for watching. I'll see you soon. My battery was like super low in the receiver and I didn't know because it said it was there were like 2 battery things. So I just filmed this whole video and then the receiver just like cut out like right at the beginning.
But
so there's
2 things, she was showing 2 things?
It was showing 2 like...
Bars?
Yeah.
And it died?
It died. And I literally have no audio for the last video that I did. But it took me like... No, I'm filming something else. Because I can't, I have the makeup on now. Yeah, it's fucking terrible. I don't know what I'm gonna do.